What if I told you that you could cut 15 years off your mortgage? You could save hundreds of thousands of dollars in interest payments, completely tax-free. You do not need to refinance your loan to a lower rate. You do not need to get a side hustle and work yourself to the bone. You absolutely do not need to double your monthly mortgage payment. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme, and a strategy your bank won't advertise on a giant billboard. Most people sign the dotted line for a 30-year mortgage and accept it like a life sentence. They treat the monthly payment as a fixed cost. It follows them for 3 decades, slowly chipping away at their income. They never learn the loan is heavily weighted in the bank's favor, especially early on. The good news: you can flip that structure on its head. It requires a small shift in how you think about payment and a consistent plan of action. I'll show you exactly how, step by step, with clear numbers. The promise is straightforward. Make small, strategic extra payments and attack the principal directly. That creates a snowball effect that slashes the interest you pay. Imagine an extra $100,000. Imagine an extra $200,000. Or even more. Imagine 10 or 15 years without a mortgage payment. This freedom is more achievable than you think, without massive risk or huge sacrifices. This isn't about a magic bullet. It's about understanding the game and using the rules to your advantage. The bank system is very profitable for them over the long haul. Your goal is to shorten that long haul. Follow simple methods and systematically dismantle the 30-year mortgage machine. Take back control of your financial future. Build equity far faster than standard amortization allows. Let us use some simple, realistic numbers to understand what is really going on. Imagine you buy a home and take out a mortgage for $350,000. Your bank gives you a 30-year fixed-rate loan at 6.5% interest. Based on that, your principal and interest payment comes out to about $2,212 per month. That might seem manageable. You budget for it and make the payment every month. But have you ever done the math on what you will actually pay in total? If you make only that minimum payment of $2,212 for 360 months, which is 30 years, you will end up paying the bank a grand total of approximately $796,320. Let that sink in for a moment. Your loan was for $350,000, but you will pay back nearly $800,000. That means you are paying about $446,320 in pure interest. You are paying more in interest than the original price of the loan itself. You are essentially buying your house, and then buying the bank a second, slightly nicer house right next to it. This is the standard, accepted way of doing things. Why does this happen? It is because of how loans are amortized. In the beginning of your 30-year loan, the vast majority of your monthly payment goes directly to interest. A very small portion actually goes toward paying down the principal, the money you actually borrowed. For our $350,000 loan, in the very first month, about $1,895 is interest. Only about $317 reduces your balance. The bank gets its profit first, and you build equity at a snail's pace for the first several years. This front-loaded interest is the bank's secret weapon. They know that most people will either move or refinance within the first 7 to 10 years. During that time, the bank has collected an enormous amount of interest while the homeowner has barely made a dent in their principal balance. The longer you stay in that cycle, the more the bank makes. A 30-year loan gives the bank the maximum possible time to collect interest from you. But you do not have to give them that time. You can break the cycle. A quick word of caution: do not pay a third-party service to set this up for you. Some companies will charge you a setup fee and service fees to do exactly what I just described. You can do this for free. Simply call your mortgage lender, log into your online portal. Tell them you want to make an additional payment, set up bi-weekly payments. Crucially, you must specify that any extra funds are to be applied directly to the principal. If you don't, they might just hold it and apply it to your next month's payment, which does nothing to save you interest. Now let's take this concept and put it on steroids. If making one extra payment a year is good, then consistently paying a little bit extra every single month is even better. This is the strategy that can realistically turn your 30-year mortgage into something that feels more like a 15-year loan, without the stress of doubling your payment. The secret is to add an extra 20%, 25% to your regular monthly payment and ensure that extra amount is applied directly to the principal. It is a smaller, more manageable increase that yields incredible results. Let's go back to our example. Here is the math. Take your normal monthly payment of $2,212 and divide it by 2. That gives you $1,106. Pay $1,106 every 2 weeks. There are 52 weeks, so 26 half payments equals 13 full payments. You just snuck in one extra full payment over the course of the year without a lump sum. That one extra payment goes directly against your principal balance. By lowering the principal faster, you reduce the interest that can be charged in all following months. On our example, this can cut 4 to 5 years and save over $75,000. This small but consistent extra effort fundamentally changes the timeline of your loan. It's a small change to your budget, but it is a massive change for your net worth. What happens when you do this? The results are staggering. By adding that extra $442 every month from the very beginning of the loan, you would pay off your entire $350,000 mortgage in approximately 17 years instead of 30. You would cut 13 years off your loan term. You would save over $215,000 in interest payments. If you could bump that extra amount up to 25%, or about $550 per month, you could pay off the loan in just over 15 years and save even more. You are not working 2 jobs. You are not foregoing vacations. You are just being intentional with your money. This is the hack the banks won't tell you. They make their money on time. The longer you pay, the more they make. They are not incentivized to show you how to pay them back faster. This strategy puts you in the driver's seat. You are hijacking their amortization schedule and rewriting it in your favor. A small, consistent amount of extra money, applied with intent, does more work than you can possibly imagine. It is the financial equivalent of compound interest, but instead of growing your money, it's demolishing your debt at an accelerated rate. Many people hear this advice and think, that's a great idea. I will start doing that in a few years once I get a raise, once things feel a little more comfortable. This is, without a doubt, the single biggest mistake you can make. The timing of your extra payments is almost as important as the payments themselves. Waiting to start is a massive, unrecoverable financial error, because the first 5 to 7 years are the most critical period for attacking your principal. It is the time when your extra dollars have the most power. In the early years, your payment is almost all interest. Your principal balance is at its highest point, which means monthly interest is at its highest. When you make an extra principal payment during this phase, you are killing off the most expensive part of your loan. Every extra dollar in year 1 saves you from paying 6.5% interest for the next 29 years. An extra dollar in year 25 only saves you for the remaining 5 years. Let's be extremely clear about this. An extra $100 in year 1 is exponentially more powerful than an extra $100 in year 21. The early payment stops future interest from ever being created. The late payment only cleans up a small amount of principal. If you wait 5 years to start, you've lost the most impactful window. You've already paid the bank tens of thousands in pure interest that you could have avoided. So, the mantra: start now. Start with your very next payment if you can. Even if you can't manage 20% extra immediately, start with something. An extra $50 a month. An extra $100 a month. Anything is better than nothing. The habit you build today will pay dividends for decades. Do not fall into the trap of, "I'll do it later." Later is the most expensive word in personal finance. This strategy is front-loaded, and every month you wait is a month you are letting the bank win. If your mortgage rate is 6.5%, then every single dollar you put towards your principal is effectively earning you a 6.5% return. Why? Because it's a dollar you will no longer have to pay 6.5% interest on year after year. To get a similar guaranteed return in the market is impossible. You would have to look at things like government bonds or high-yield savings accounts, which are paying much less than that. So, in terms of risk-adjusted returns, paying down a 6.5% mortgage is a fantastic deal. Second, this return is tax-free. When you earn money in the stock market from dividends or capital gains, you eventually have to pay taxes on those earnings. That tax bill eats into your net return. A 6.5% tax-free return is equivalent to earning something like 8% or 9% in a taxable investment account, depending on your tax bracket. Suddenly, the math of trying to beat your mortgage rate in the market becomes a lot harder. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, there is the emotional and psychological benefit. Owning your home free and clear provides a level of security and peace of mind that is priceless. It dramatically lowers your baseline cost of living, giving you incredible freedom and flexibility. You can take more career risks, start a business, or weather a job loss with much less stress. While investing might produce a higher return over 30 years, it comes with volatility and risk. The guaranteed return and peace of mind from paying off your home is, for many, the smarter and better choice. Section 7. Your step-by-step blueprint to mortgage freedom theory is nice, but action is what gets results. Talking about this is easy, but doing it will save you hundreds of thousands. So here are the clear, simple, and actionable steps you can take, starting today to implement this strategy. Do not get overwhelmed. Just take it one step at a time. This is your personal blueprint for taking control of your mortgage, achieving financial freedom years ahead of schedule. Follow these steps methodically, and you will see results. 1. Investigate your loan. First, you need to know your numbers. Find your most recent mortgage statement. Identify your exact principal and interest payment, your interest rate, your remaining principal balance, contact your lender or check their website. To understand their policy on extra payments, you need to ask one critical question. How do I make a principal-only payment? Make sure you know the exact procedure. Separate check, online portal option, specific note on your payment. 2. Start with the bi-weekly plan. This is the easiest first step. Set up a system to make one extra payment per year. Pay half your monthly payment every 2 weeks. Or divide your monthly payment by 12 and add that small amount to each month's payment designated for principal. For a $2,212 payment, that's about $184 extra each month. This gets you started immediately. 3. Level up to the 15-year plan. Once you are comfortable, aim to add 20% to 25% extra to principal each month. For our $2,212 payment, that's an extra $450 to $550. Automate this payment if you can. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account so it happens every month without you thinking about it. Consistency is the engine of this strategy. Do it without fail, every single month. 4. Protect yourself. Do not go so aggressive that you leave yourself without a safety net. Before you send large extra payments, make sure you have an emergency fund. This should be 3 to 6 months worth of essential living expenses, saved in a liquid high-yield savings account. This fund protects you from life's unexpected events, like a job loss or a medical bill, so you don't have to go into debt or stop your mortgage acceleration plan. Your financial house should be built on a solid foundation. Section 8. A real-world example. Watching the years melt away. Let's put this all together. We will stick with our homeowner who has a $350,000 loan at 6.5%. They decide to ignore the standard 30-year plan and take control from day one. They are going to be aggressive and add an extra $500 to their principal every single month. Their normal payment is $2,212, so their new total payment is $2,712. Let's follow their journey and see just how powerful this consistent action is. In year 1, they make their payments faithfully. By the end of the first year, a standard borrower would have paid down their principal by about $4,000, but our smart homeowner, by adding that extra $500 a month, has paid down their principal by $10,000, $4,000 plus the extra $6,000. They have already lapped the standard borrower and saved hundreds of dollars in interest that will never be charged. It might not feel like a huge win yet, but the seed has been planted. By the end of year 5, the difference becomes dramatic. The standard borrower has a remaining loan balance of about $328,000. They have paid over $108,000 in interest. Our smart homeowner has a remaining balance of just under $293,000. they have paid down their loan by an extra $35,000. More importantly, they have already saved thousands in interest, and their monthly payment now contains a much larger portion going to principal. The snowball is getting bigger and rolling faster. Fast forward to year 15. The standard borrower is only halfway through their loan. They still owe about $245,000 and are looking at another 15 years of payments. But our smart homeowner is getting their final mortgage statement. They have just made their last payment. They are completely debt-free. Over those 15 and a half years, they paid a total of about $505,000. They saved over $290,000 in interest compared to the 30-year plan. They now own their home, free and clear, 14 and a half years early. They have an extra $2,712 in cash flow every single month to save, invest, or spend as they please. Section 9. The final mindset shift. You are in control. A 30-year mortgage is one of the most common financial products in the world, but it is a choice, not a life sentence. The bank presents it as the default path because it is the most profitable path for them. Accepting that path without question is like agreeing to play a game where the rules are designed for you to lose slowly. The most important thing you can take away from this is that you have the power to change the rules. You can choose a different path, one that leads to freedom much faster. This is not about financial wizardry. It is about a simple mindset shift. Instead of seeing your mortgage as a fixed 30-year burden, see it as a temporary debt that you can actively and strategically eliminate. By making one extra payment per year or adding 20 to 25% to your principal each month, you are telling your money where to go, rather than wondering where it went. The most powerful time to start is now, with your very next payment.